Greetings, everyone. Protocol already probably having been established by now. I simply want to bring greetings to all of the WMS who are present today, as well as all of my fellow YPDers who are present today. As previously stated, my name is Kiara Giles, and I currently serve as the 9th Episcopal District YPD President. But you probably know me from around the Southwest Conference because I previously served as the Southwest Conference YPD President. But I'm ecstatic to be here today because I want to share a little bit about my leadership experience in the YPD, hopefully to inspire you, my fellow YPDers, to get more involved in the YPD and also maybe take on a few leadership opportunities of your own. So let's jump right into it. First, I want to make this statement that you are never too young to be a leader. There is not an age limit on being a leader. And I take this from Jeremiah 1st chapter 7 through 8 verses. It basically explains us that God is able to use anybody, regardless of age. Never forget that God is able to use anyone to complete his will and do his work. So if you really want to help build God's kingdom and you really want to further develop your relationship with Christ, don't be afraid to be a leader in the YPD. You're never too young to do so. So now I want to take the opportunity to share my personal journey with you about how, for me, my journey as a YPDer and a leader in the YPDer has really been a growing process. As you can see that picture in the bottom left-hand corner, the glow up is real, and I'm not afraid to share pictures because God has brought me a mighty long way. Even though you're probably laughing at that picture, I would laugh at it as well. God has brought me a mighty long way, and I have grown so much from that time period because when I first started as a YPDer, I was very shy. If a sentence only required 3 words, that was all you were getting from me. Please don't expect 4. So I have grown a lot into the person that I am today, and I thank God for giving me the experience to be a part of the YPD and to be a leader in the YPD because it really has helped me grow into the person that I am today. And I also want to show you that YPD is more than just business meetings. A lot of people have the idea that YPD is just business meetings, but as you can see here, I've had an opportunity to travel to Grapevine, Texas, to Washington, D.C., all because of YPD. We travel to connectional events such as the Connectional LTI. As you can see, there are a couple pictures here, and we have fun while at those events. We had a lip sync battle. That's the picture in the middle on the top row. We get to fellowship with other YPDers from across the entire world. So I hope that if you haven't already had that experience, that you get to experience that at some point in your journey as a YPDer. Continuing my journey in picture form, these are actually a couple pictures from the quadrennial, the first 4 from the quadrennial this past year in Ohio. It was an absolutely amazing experience. We got to attend a concert by Anthony Brown and Group Therapy. If you know who they are, you know that we had an amazing time. Okay, and those last 3 pictures are actually at the 9th Episcopal District LTI that we recently had in February. That bottom picture, the 3rd from the left, you're probably like, why is she screaming? It looks like she's yelling. I wasn't yelling. I was actually running to be the 9th Episcopal District YPD President. I was giving my speech. And the top picture on the right is me being installed. And of course, the bottom picture is me as 9th Episcopal District YPD President. So I hope that my journey inspires you to start thinking about what your future looks like in the YPD. If you're ready to take on a leadership opportunity, go for it. We have so many positions that are available, and this is a great opportunity to start thinking about it because annual conference is coming up in the fall, and that is when we elect YPD officers. So if you see a position that interests you and you want to maybe apply for that position, feel free to take a screenshot, but all of these duties of each officer is found in your YPD handbook. And remember that you want to take this very seriously. You just don't want to say eeny, meeny, miny, moe, and pick one, because you will be staying in this position for at least a year. So you want to make sure that you pick the right one and you pick one that you can grow into. And finally, I want to say that leadership is not just an easy way to a fancy title. You have to keep that in mind. It's more than the title. It's a lot of work, especially the higher you go up in the YPD. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a lot of work. And you have to be willing to put in the work that is necessary in order for you to live up to your title. Okay? And food for thought number 2. Leadership is not just an opportunity to be domineering or, in simple terms, be bossy, okay? You have to be able to work along with your fellow officers. You can't just think that you're going to waltz in there and tell everybody what to do. It doesn't work that way. You have to work as a team, and that's something else that's very beneficial about the YPD. You learn a lot of leadership skills and a lot of teamwork skills. So keep those 2 things in mind. And honestly, if you remember that your goal as a YPDer is to further develop your relationship with Christ and also help grow God's kingdom by bringing other youth into the church, then these two food for thought ideas really should not be a problem. So thank you so much for this opportunity. I know I didn't have much time, but if you have any other questions about what it's like being a leader in the YPD or any question about what's going on in the 9th District YPD, please feel free to reach out to me through Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat. You can just look up Kiara Giles and I should pop right up. Also, I highly encourage everyone to go follow the new 9th Episcopal District YPD Facebook page at 9th District YPD of the AMEC. Also, you can find us on Instagram at 9th District AME YPD. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And my prayer is that God continue to bless and keep the 9th Episcopal District YPD.